you do 3?
Because it's just peaks much better on the audio. What is going on, everybody? I'm here with presenter extraordinaire slash gaming expert, Julia Hardy.
Expert? Oh God, it feels like you're going to give me a quiz.
Well,
please don't give me a quiz.
I won't give you a quiz, but I think your credentials speak for themselves, you know?
Hopefully that will mean that I pass the quiz or don't have to do a quiz. That's fine, yeah.
Yeah. So how are you doing? What's going on this weekend? What are you doing?
So yeah, hosting the European Call of Duty Championships, which is pretty amazing. Obviously done it before. I've been working with Gfinity for quite some time now. Have to say, one of the best places I've worked for. Like, amazing bunch of guys, so passionate about esports, and yeah, so I feel quite privileged to be part of the team.
How do you feel everything's going so far? Like, are you enjoying the event and stuff like that?
First of all, when I first came into like where we're holding it, which is the Royal Opera House, the Lindbury Theatre?
We're in the Lindbury Hall, I think.
I don't know. It's what usually Call of Duty or esports things tend to be in basements. They put things in the basement. But this is absolutely gorgeous. It's almost perfect because it's quite industrial as well, and it's kind of just the right size so that everyone can kind of, you know, be kind of almost on top of each other, but everyone gets like a good view. And like the atmosphere's been really amazing. The stage looks incredible, and just I walked on today to possibly the most ridiculous set of lights that I've ever seen. Like, I'm never going to go to Vegas because frankly my singing is terrible, but that was like my Vegas moment. I was like, wow, I really feel like I need to shout a bit louder because the lights are so bright. I
mean, technically we're like 2 floors on the ground, so technically we're still in the basement, but it's a pretty fancy basement.
This is a fancy, I mean, there are basements, right, where normal LAN events kind of happen. They're a bit grotty, a bit of damp over there, but this is swanky. We're in the Royal Opera House, an esports event in the Royal Opera House. That is incredible.
Overall then, Gfinity, you liking the way the direction that things are going in?
Absolutely. I think, you know, for a very long time esports has been a really niche thing, and it's unbelievably popular, let's be honest. And I have so many conversations with, you know, people from kind of mainstream media, you know, like who work for like television production companies and stuff, and like they're like, well, you see, the thing is, Julia, no one really likes watching people play video games. And I was like, really? I don't think that's right, because the last thing I saw was League of Legends selling out Wembley Arena. So I think maybe you might need to rethink that strategy, but it's still that kind of stigma that it's, you know, just a bunch of nerds and they just want to sit around. And actually what esports is doing is kind of, it's like the cool, like, big brother, you know, especially Call of Duty. It's like the cooler, like, big brother of esports. And the more we can kind of, you know, because Gfinity is basically all about kind of pushing it more mainstream and kind of getting more and more people involved, which is one of the reasons why I like working for them. But you're starting to see, more and more people are kind of coming in, and a lot of the time, like when I do presenting and stuff like that, I try and chuck in a few bits that are really obvious questions, and it might sound like I'm being a bit weird, but I just want it to be really inclusive. You know, I want someone who's never
to feel comfortable with what they're watching if it's new to them. Yeah,
and you've got to remember, like, when these guys cast, like, there's so much information. Even I'm like, oh my god, like there's so many things happening, and sometimes like the basics sort of get overlooked because we all know, you know, what's going on. So it's really important to kind of not neglect those guys who you may have just tuned in for the first time. And so I'm trying to sort of weasel in like these like really I look like I'm stupid, but I'm trying to do it on purpose so that anyone who's new can kind of get kind of, you know, brought into the esports world. And to be honest with you, it's a really nice world to be in. Everyone's really nice, really awesome. Everyone's really welcoming, and everyone just wants to see esports grow, which is, let's be honest, great, good for all of us, right?
Exactly. Esports is the future, I think, anyway. Sweet, everybody, that is it. Julia, thank you so much for your time. Any final words or anything like that?
I like your jumper. It's lovely.
Thank you, Gfinity jumper, of course. That's about it. We will see you all in the next video. Peace.